I've said this before, scheme Maws are like fucking Ferraris, man.
Fighting out of the G4 Studios, Scotland, Paul Bearchew Craig, Chris, the bad guy, Bungard, Ross Cooper. Presenting from the streets or in the shade, it's time for Leather Podcast.
That's a very good book.
But
Who writes it? Who's
George Orwell.
Have you ever read Animal Farm?
No,
That was
I know
his
what it
big
is.
one.
The wee small book.
Aye.
Aye.
It's like a short story,
Aye.
but it's like they use animals in a farm as like the same pretty thing where it's like they overthrow the farmer who would be like the government, and then they say, "Oh, we can do the government ourselves."
Aye, the pigs, and then,
And then
the
the
pigs
pigs
just
end up, so they're like
mistreat every cunt.
The pigs basically, pigs are like, because we've got a bigger brain, we deserve more food. But the one that gets me is Boxer, the horse.
Aye, but he's your mate because he's the working man,
Aye,
who
and
just
he's
believes in
working,
it.
and he's like, right, you're going to retire at this age. And then they're like, no, we need to move the retirement age. And then it ends up he's just walking into his death, and he's just a plough
That's
horse.
Animal Farm.
Aye, brilliant.
Because they need
very,
him,
very good.
because he's the strongest one, and he's the but he's kind of no very clever.
Aye.
So he's the strongest one. He's not very clever. He believes everything the pigs say, and he does anything they say.
Pigs are great. Pigs end up starting to become human-like, don't they? They start
and then
walking in that.
and they
start,
put big posters of themselves up on the wall and like how you should be grateful for them. But I was reading about George Orwell and how he got into this. So he like supported, if he hated fascism, so he went to Spain and fought in the Spanish Civil War. But then the group he joined, the other groups turned on them for no being hardline enough, and then they started accusing them of being fascist. So he was getting accused of being a fascist, and he was like, "What are you talking about?" And then he got shot in the neck and wounded. And while he was like, he had to get smuggled out of the hospital, and his wife, because he thought him and his wife were going to get assassinated. And he was just like, "Oh, fucking every cunt's bad." Like there isn't a good one.
have you read New World?
No.
I've never read that either. I've read, 84 and...
But what I didn't realise was it was actually him who's coined these terms like Newspeak, Big Brother, like that's Room 101. That's him.
Yep.
I didn't realise, and this one book is like put all this into our vocabulary. And it's just because
Is that what you're reading now?
I'm listening to it. Aye,
Listening.
It's good.
That's what he was saying. It's Dan Hardy. Like a t-shirt.
I called it Dan. I said Dan Hardy because I'm told there's another audio one where Tom Hardy narrates the voice of Big Brother and stuff, and I'm
Do
told
you prefer an audio book to
I prefer an actual book.
I prefer
thought you would.
I prefer a real book. It depends. The last couple I've listened to, the narrators have been really good, but up to that, sometimes they're shite.
do you just listen to them in the car, or is it when you're jogging or walking and stuff like
Walking
that?
the dog.
I enjoy listening to like autobiographies. Like I listened to the
McConaughey.
Aye, that was brilliant because it's
On audio. Does he do it?
and he narrates it.
That's what I said last week. Like when you're reading a book that's maybe a film, like I'm reading The Green Mile in Tom Hanks' voice.
Did I tell you what?
And then when you're reading the Percy bits, and now you're just like visualising this wee.
If we just went to
slimy
being
cat.
Leather podcast about MMA,
The
the book club,
Wankers.
Wednesday book club.
the book club.
Aye, Lewis said to me, he's like, see, when I read Trainspotting, every time Renton comes up, I read it in your voice. My voice. It's like, thanks. But he's reading Schwarzenegger's autobiography now, and he's like, I read it in Schwarzenegger's
Is it
voice.
like every time he stops is like a full stop? He goes, ow, ow. I went to the shops, ow, ow. That's what the full stop is, isn't it?
his autobiography is good.
I started
massive.
a new book. It's called Random. It's set in Glasgow. It's written by a guy called Craig Robertson. Brilliant. I'm only like about 40% of the way through it. It's good. I can give you... What I like about it is the fact that it's the same for you in Trainspotting. You know these areas. So he's talking about being in Buchanan Street. He's talking about going into these pubs, and you've walked by them like a million times. You've maybe even been in and had a beer.
Worked at some of them, eh?
And they're talking about guys that everybody knows. So ultimately, the book is about a guy who, and it's for his point of view, he's reading it and he's going about killing folk. And you don't know why he's killing them.
Who's the author?
Craig Robertson, but it's not.
Is he Scottish?
I'm assuming he is. Not the guy from
Dundee.
No, I was thinking
Craig Robertson, the Dundee coach.
Aye.
Dundee
What is it? Is it
MMA.
I was thinking about the guy for The Office, Craig Robertson, black guy, plays the piano.
Black guy?
It doesn't sound.
aye.
Am I right? He does the singing.
don't know.
Is his name Craig Robertson?
Got the towel. Aye, sorry. He's up
Can
massive.
we get a picture of Craig Robertson up?
Black guy called Craig Robertson.
I'm sure his name's Craig Robertson.
Aye.
He's in like Hot Tub Time
Aye.
Machine and that.
Aye, it is.
I'm sceptical. What's his real name?
Craig's probably sweating somewhere. Yes. Send this his end.
Aye.
Aye.
Yes.
Take your pennies off. Him that sings to Rihanna.
Kicks her down the fucking hole.
Take your pennies off.
Oh, that's a good film.
It's Robinson.
Is it Robinson?
Craig Robinson.
Is the book I'm reading Robertson?
Apparently he sweats a lot, so he carries a wee towel with him all the
Does
time
he?
because he's like
Like a wee soul brother.
See the one about
Oh
DC
lordy
said-
lordy, I'm sweating.
DC said the same thing.
Has this guy got other books? I just stumbled up.
I'm assuming he's not just wrote one, bro.
No.
One hit wonder.
What's the one you're reading?
It's called. What did I say it was called?
Random.
Random.
What was that? Bloody Scotland.
Random. It's
Well, that was his first book, debut thriller. 3.8.
It was one of these books that was recommended to me, like through, you've read this book, you might enjoy this book. And because obviously I've read all the Train Spottings and then went into this Irvin Welsh world, this was one of the ones that was recommended. And I was like, aye, fuck it, I'll start reading that. And it turns out it's pretty good. And I like how I was saying this to my partner, the way he writes, it ticks. My autism loves it. It's just bop, 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 bop. And it's very good.
Like autism
Aye,
deep
I've
inside
definitely
you.
got it. And see when I'm reading it, I'm like, it just fills me with joy.
It nicked me.
Every cunt's got it.
I'm like, this just makes me feel good.
Too much sugar when we were wee.
Aye, that's pretty much what it is.
Book wankers. Speaking of book wankers, I've got his wee gift actually.
Oh,
Don't do this.
Aye. Since he's got me fucking, what was it he's got me for Christmas or something? You got me fucking some alcohol or something. And I didn't get you son.
I got you Bruins. I got you a Bruins tap on it.
Aye. So Paul, I got you the comic for Lost Boys for the Lost Boys shop.
Oh, fucking yes, man.
And Ross, I got you an Alcatraz book, right?
Oh,
Signed with the guy to Ross. He's the last ever inmate that's still alive, 95-year-old.
oh mate, that is so fucking cool.
And I go up to sign up for you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
man.
mate. That is fucking.
You guys get fuck all.
I've repaid my debt.
There was
so
no
I
debt.
had to ask Greg if he liked comics, and he says no. So, so he's the only last remaining inmate that's alive for Alcatraz.
That's meant. Oh, it's even got his number there.
Aye.
Oh, so that's the.
So I met him. He's 95, right? Fucking. I was like, can you send this to my mate Ross? And he's like, I got you.
Ah, mate, is that him there? Bank robber?
Aye. He got, I think it was he got done with like counterfeit money and stuff. That is
Oh, brilliant. I
the
love all
actual
graphic.
comic for the actual comic for Lost Boys for the Lost Boys comic shop. So it's in the film as well.
Mate, that's mental.
Right, let's hear it. How was the holiday?
I know.
The holiday was good, man.
I'm going to try not to look at this, but
Aye, I thought you'd like it. You like it? All the
Mate, I love
Alcatraz
it.
shit, didn't you? Hi, so the
Thank
guy's
you so
basically
much.
he was in Alcatraz that day promoting his book.
That's pretty
95, so
cool.
he's like basically getting a life off of fucking being an inmate.
In
You know what I
jail.
mean?
So
Aye.
did he get out? I'm assuming he's
Aye,
obviously
aye.
out.
He was in for his years were like 50, 70. I think he was there for 20 years or something.
Fuck.
10 years or something. Can't remember. It says it on
it's
it.
excellent.
But aye, so he's the last guy that's alive basically that was in.
That's pretty cool.
Aye.
It was Alcatraz.
It was good. It was really good. Obviously, so I was with Lonsda. I was like, I'm going to get one for Ross, man. I'm going to get him to sign it. And
Big tan on his chin.
so
is it,
Lonsda.
like?
So we're talking to him, right? And Lonsda's like, I know you probably get this a lot, but what was it like in here?
That was brilliant,
I
mate.
couldn't stop laughing. Was shut up, man. And they just couldn't understand what Sean was saying. And obviously, I had to kind of break it down to my wee bit. Like he's asking how I was in here.
And you were the translator.
Aye, I went American. I went American. I said that when I
Because normally you're the guy that people don't understand.
I know.
People are like, I have no idea what he's saying.
So I spoke about it on a Cage Wars interview. Like sometimes I do like a wee accent just so somebody So the Polish guys in the gym, basically, I'll talk like a wee bit
Pigeon.
well, the way they speak to us, I'll talk like that to them, so they understand me like that. So I kind of done that with this guy, and I'm like, he's wanting to know how it was here and all that, and he's like, I'm just like, imagine asking a guy. It was a pure Scottish thing.
How many times did you get shagged up?
Maybe sounds like a well-known podcaster about here, like, how was it like here? You know what I mean? Was it tough? Was it hard for you in here? You know what I mean? That's what it sounded like. I was like,
Who's the hardest guy you've met?
Do you know ask him?
No. What was it like here? What? Fuck's sake, man.
Stop talking about where James English will fly out there now to fucking get the guy on the podcast. Be careful.
Podcast coming soon. Picture of the old guy, 95-year-old, know what I mean? But I was like to him, like, I think the guys that escaped. See, obviously, it was the story. The guys actually escaped. But
Did you get told that? Did you do the tour or that?
I done the tour. It takes you to the cells where they escaped from, and it came out. It's got to be wee earpiece, just for the actual cells part. But the other parts you can just walk about basically, or the wee hidden gems and that. It's quite cool. But it's a lot of. I think it was took over by the Indians after a certain time when it was then John Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy shot it down. That's your man there.
Aye.
Man, he's old as shit.
But see, going out of it, getting a wee fed out of it, it's pretty cool, man. It's
You
cool.
could imagine being a criminal, going over there and spend the rest of your life in Alcatraz.
But see, when I was out there, I was thinking, like, I could swim that.
Aye.
See, like, it's not that far. It's like a 10-minute ferry journey.
If your fucking life depended on it,
We're athletes.
But obviously, if it's the weather pending the current, I get it. But
The old shark attack as well.
aye, that's a biggie. That's a biggie for me. I'd maybe just rot away in this sail rather than fucking
Fuck the sharks.
let things get really bad.
But the tour was cool. It was definitely worth it. Because they're in San Francisco. I would definitely watch.
I'd love to see it.
In it, man.
I seen the wee and loved Disneyland. Mate, see the picture of her with her fans in her pockets.
I know.
She's fucking cool.
That's
Man, just like
That's why I put it up, because I'm like, aye, that one's mine. That's definitely
just
mine.
fucking strolling down the street with her hands in her bumper.
So that was in a wee beach at Malibu. We went over it's like a wee hike over like a mountain type thing to the private beach where they filmed the Planet of the Apes scene with what do you call him? Charles Heston with the Statue of Liberty. So that's where. So as we're walking out of that, hundreds of geckos are jumping at her, and she loves PJ Masks. Right, it's a fucking cartoon.
Oh, I know it well.
And there's Gecko Boy or whatever the fuck you call him. Gecko. One's called the Gecko Boy or something, and the lizards, basically wee lizard things, and she's like right up to him, gecko, and I'm just like, I wouldn't even know that's a fucking gecko. I'd have said that's a lizard. So she liked that wee hike, but for Disneyland it was like every day she watches Mickey Mouse and all the fucking Disney shit. She loves it. She knows it word by word. And even in the parade was the best thing about it. That was 100%. Worth all the money alone. When the parade came out, she knew them all. She was buzzing.
Just faces,
But
priceless.
the old meet and greets,
No into it.
whoa, no, terrified. Would not go near them, would not touch them, would not cuddle them.
What about the princesses? Are they? Because they're just normal people.
No,
aren't
man, no.
Were they in a costume?
She wouldn't even, like, we queued up for like, certain lands and that.
What are they queues like for the fucking?
Oh,
great?
I know, man.
Fuck this shit.
You know what you could have done? Put on the wee green lanyard with the wee sunflowers on the card and just be like, look, fucking,
Go full retard.
I need to jump the queue.
we had taken pictures and we were showing them to like my partner's mum, and it was we went there at Christmas and she was like, oh look, there's Santa with the eyes. Sorry, what? She was like, there's Santa with the eyes. It was the Jack Skellington in the Santa suit. That well-known Disney character, Santa with no eyes. So every time it comes up, so we've got like one of the photo frames that flash up pictures of your
Please type in Santa with no eyes.
and every time it comes up, I go to her, I'm like, oh look, there's Santa with the eyes. It's just funny the way.
Bye eyes. Gay Santa Claus.
If you've been involved in an accident that's not your fault, why not get in touch with G4 Claims? It is so simple to get in touch with them. And why would I get in touch with them? Well, the reason you would get in touch with them is because they will give you a courtesy car, your whole claim, so you don't have to worry about, am I getting a courtesy car? How am I going to get about? I need to get the Wednesday school. No stress. G4's got your back. Why else would you do it? Because you're going to get 100% of your claim, which you are entitled to. Also, why would you do it? Because the service is so friendly and it just takes all that stress away for you. And Ross, can you give me the deets?
I can. You can get in touch with them on the phone or WhatsApp 01698 767 172 or on notatfaultclaim.com. You can also go to the link in our description.
Please do not send any inappropriate pictures because we will laugh at your tiny tedgers. Keep it G4s. Right, you want to hear what happened to me in the fucking Starbucks? I nearly lost my shit. Because...
What, just there?
Just there.
You've been hanging about with us too long.
No. It's fucking this guy.
I'm petrol stations, I'm no Starbucks.
Right, I went to get a coffee for me and the boss over there, and I queue up. Well, I drive in, and this person in front of me is taking fucking forever. And then their drinks take fucking forever. Because people just don't order coffee now. They order all these fucking wanky drinks. Can I have, like, and they were just like, can I have a half shot of this and this and this? And no, can that be, I was fucking losing my shit. And I should have just went to the drive-thru and just drive through and done it the easy way, but I went, no, I'll go in. It was horrible. I wanted to spin and heel kick everybody.
Why are people like that though?
Just didn't give a fuck about your time, mate.
Why?
That's why it is.
I know.
That's what
I'm
it
not bothered
is.
with that, but why didn't they get all this shit in their coffee, man?
Because they don't like coffee.
There's nothing else happening in their day. This is a big thing. It's like, why do the rough as fuck mums put their makeup on for the school run? Because that's it. It's the biggest bit of the day.
They weren't pumped.
Aye. Nothing else to be done. I'm going to put on my good jam.
Choking for 5 to 3.
I'm going to put on my good Ugg boots.
Whole stick my veins up with them.
Tell me it's not true. When you do a school run, do you see the ones you go,
see, I've said this before, ski Maws are like fucking Ferraris, man. Like, ski Maws are, I
don't know.
They are built well. They are built well. They, see, because
you drive them too fast, you're done for.
No, they're all built. They're all built like fucking race cars. Like, see when you like.
Explain, I need to get it for you, Paul.
I'll come in with more, right?
Please save it.
I can't save this. This is going to sound wanky, right? But they walk everywhere.
True.
So they're fucking fit as hell, and they're skinny.
It's because all they're doing is smoking vapes and drinking cans of Emerge, mate.
So they're on the energy drinks, so they're fucking resting heart rates through the roof. They also don't really eat because they're
poor.
They're
poor, mate.
They're probably on the breadline, right? How much wanky is this? But it does them fucking good. They look fucking great. And that's what I mean. They're built like a fucking race car. And then sometimes when you're just cutting about Asda and Tesco and that, you see the dumper trucks and you're like, fucking hell.
What, with Juicy on the back? They've all got the Juicy pants on, haven't they?
Hugs.
No, it's these new pants that just the gym
ones I know are built like Fiat Puntos, man.
They just fucking lift the ass up. But no, the school run can be a place you're like, oh, you're a fucking dancer. I was out on Saturday night and it was friends. It was a couple friends and they go to the same school, and I was talking about one of the teachers and I was like, she's got some fucking dumper on her.
A dumper.
Like, why are the teachers, like, I drop my daughter off on a Monday and a Friday, and why are the teachers that walk past me, I'm like, she's got some fuck. I'm not telling the Wayne this. The Wayne already knows. But no, I had to tell the partner, I was like, you want to see the dumper on her? It's incredible.
Good to tell you, fuck it.
Paul's a pervert coming to school.
You're not allowed on the school runs anywhere.
I was also...
Police are at the gate to meet you.
in the school doing I told you this last week, didn't I? I was doing like I was showing them about martial arts and telling them my story. Didn't see the teacher with a dumper, but it kind of broke my heart.
The teachers were all fucking minging back in the day.
Not nowadays, mate. All the old bastards are getting put out to pasture.
100%, right? I had a maths teacher who, if she wore these tops today, you'd get sent home. Like her tits were hanging out. And I'm sure she done it on purpose, and she would drop stuff and lean over and pick it up and look at you in that. swingers. And I'm just like, how's this? I'm 14-year-old, mate. It's like, whoa, get a wee bit of card under that desk.
How many of the teachers are like stoofish when you're like, they look great, and then you're like, oh, when you narrow it down and look actually them themselves, they're surrounded by fucking uggos.
My fucking teachers looked like they'd been trapped in like Jumanji for like 20 years.
There's a school I deliver, they've got a cake club, and there's two of the teachers in the cake club are gay dudes, and they specifically put, when they put in the orders, can Ross deliver it?
Gay icon
They
in the
was hitting
school.
his shaggers.
Bang me pies, man.
No, mate, it's
Giving them some haggis,
the beard and
bonbons.
the beard and the bald head. They think I'm sending out the signal. They're not sure. They're like, it could be. It's a well-known look.
Before,
Aye.
Or the gays test the water way, man.
100%, mate.
They love to try and
Let's
shag a
just say
straight
before,
guy,
they're
man.
fucking brutal. They're brutal.
Just shagging, eh?
Aye.
Just didn't give a fuck. Edinburgh was full of them at the weekend. Taylor Swift, gays everywhere, mate.
I was in Edinburgh.
I don't get the
some
Taylor
sort
Swift
of
thing.
I went to some sort of
You will.
restaurant.
You will. Your daughter's smaller now, but you will.
Your wee one went, didn't
She went on Sunday, aye. So they were on the radio and everything. It was, mate, I took Lewis into Edinburgh on Sunday and everywhere was fucking mobbed. Just people everywhere. Couldn't get on the tram, couldn't get on a bus. Like I parked my car on the edge of Edinburgh and get the tram in at weekends. I fucking couldn't get on the tram. I had to walk to Murrayfield for the centre of Edinburgh, walk to Murrayfield to get on trams because that was the only place they were going to be empty. It was going away for the stadium. And that was at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Just didn't come on till fucking 7:30.
That's
It was just
How many
meant
days did she do?
3, and it's the highest, the most sold out stadium, like the most people at a stadium ever in Edinburgh for 3 nights in a row.
That's impressive. I seen she had like issues with the cold.
Oh really?
She had, like, did you see this? It was like her hands were cold when she was playing on guitar.
I fucking
Like,
bet.
makes me fucking proud to be
It was
Scottish.
cold, mate, innit? It's raining on the Sunday, but aye, all the wee ones had a good time. Like you say, adults going out.
Cowboy hats on and that.
I was out on Friday with Liam Rafferty and I went and seen James and supported by Razorlight.
I've seen that.
And it was me, Stevie, Doug the Thug, and Liam, sorry.
Whereabout was that?
Hydro.
All right, aye.
So Liam passes Astro Belts days. So it was me and Liam decided we would have some edibles. So, like, weigh a full bag. I've never been like this in my life. Like, the worst I've ever been was that time in Vegas when I thought my heart was going to burst. This was much worse. I was not there. Like, it's weird to describe, right? Put it this way. I'm scared to take it again. That's how bad it was.
This might be a good thing, to be fair.
That's what
I was
couch cubes are like, man.
Mate, I was somewhere that I shouldn't have been. And then they ended up going to, after the gig, went to Ginty McGinty's, is it? In the Merchant, Ashton Lane. And
That's a nice bit.
I remember hearing this guy playing the guitar and I couldn't work out where he was. And see if it wasn't
In your
for
mind.
see if it wasn't for Stevie and Doug the Thug no being high. Oh man, I had no idea how I was getting home.
Are you getting as high as everyone else, or are you? Are you taking this too far?
I think I'm taking it too far. Like, so the bag of sweets, I'm assuming.
When are you going on to the good drugs? That's what I want to know.
Fuck it.
When you
let's
got
go
really
just
fucked
the brown.
around.
But that's the worst I have ever been. And I ended up spewing my ring in the taxi. Everything was just moving too quick. I couldn't picture where I was in the taxi. The taxi felt like I was in fucking running a couple of Parsecs in the fucking Millennium Falcon. Like, it was just... And I'm in the taxi, right? And I was fried at my tits.
And you're basically at step 1 on the drug taking stairs. Like, you're just at entry level.
I've only been taking drugs since I started this podcast.
I wouldn't say edibles are entry level though.
You don't think so?
Some of them,
like a wee-
some of them
this
can
was
go
too
deep,
much.
man.
Mate, my son and the homies, they're all on them. Like,
It's a cunt that fucking makes them. Just
Your son's on the Eddies?
I'm suspicious.
Aye, good.
Aye, I made a joke about them and he laughed, and I was like, "How do you know what they are?" And he was just like,
I listened to the podcast.
Don't know,
I heard Paul's been in the shower.
Aye.
Honestly, I've never felt this in my life.
"Your friend Paul
How
Craig
long
got
did
into them.
How long did it stay for?
The whole night.
Aye.
I couldn't shift it.
When you got home, you were still.
Sleep it off."
Put it this way, I made it home and I was like, I'm really hungry. I'm going to go in and get something to eat. And then I just went, I can't eat in. I think I might die, and I fell asleep on the couch, and I woke up and I had no blood in my feet, because my feet hang off the couch, and I was like, I can't move. I don't think my legs were. It was just because there was no blood in them.
Does your missus wake you up and say get to your bed or that, or do you just?
She just left me. And
I mean,
put it this way: so that was a Friday, and the Saturday, I'm normally, I'll dance with the devil again. I was like, nah, you're all right. I'll pass.
that's you. Teetotal.
I'll pass. And then they're like,
No, that comes back then. It's all right.
but I remember just standing and listening to the music, and then these visuals started. Like they were like, the band was getting filmed, and on the back of the screen was like them, images of them, but they were morphing into like robots and shit.
This was actually happening.
Well, Liam confirmed that it was happening, but he was high as well. And as I said, we did eat a full bag of fucking Astro Belts, and they taste brilliant, by the way. And I think that's what made it worse, because they're fucking good, aren't they? And the visuals were just like, and I remember
having Solana Sphere with you too when we took them, because the things in the background you could see them on the stage and that.
It was
I remember
fucking
that because I was like upside down. I'm like, is this happening?
So put it this way, I had to actually walk out. I had to walk out and go to the toilet, and I remember being in the toilet.
That's why I don't take edibles outside. I just take them in bed.
I think
If I'd been that bad in bed,
I mean, I
think
couldn't
I'd
even
been
get
all right.
upstairs at one time. I was watching Cage Wars. I was like, I got upstairs. I was like, fucking.
what's that in Vegas?
How could I go to a fucking nightclub or a gig like that one?
Must have had about 5 attempts to get off the couch, and then you fucking scared the life out of me when I was in my bed. Do you remember that? When you were at the door, I was like, you're king.
That's one of the funniest things I've never been party, but it's like being in the outside and just listening to this all break down, and Ross is like, oh.
Everybody's hiding on the couch.
You fucking couldn't get up. What a day.
Brilliant.
But aye. So you had a nice time over in
I did.
the US.
I did.
Flight home, I can't.
Aye.
Did we and was sure ain't the way home?
The first couple of hours was a bit torture. It was obviously it was the day I flew in this morning, so we tried to get her to sleep as much as possible, so the time we come home she could maybe sleep at night. But you know what it's like, you're fucking on the show.
Aye.
So she got like 5 hours, but I didn't get any until like an hour ago there. So I was like,
Plane's not the most comfortable. You can't sleep properly on a plane. It's not happening.
Unless you go first class.
Aye, with the wee.
you know what I watched on the plane though? Actually, 40-year-old virgin, mate.
Oh, it's a good one,
It's so funny.
Steve Carell.
Rewatch it. Steve Carell is amazing. Mate.
I love when the black guy is blaming him for fucking, because his wife obviously finds it's been gone to the speed
That's
date,
right,
and
and
he
he's
blames
trying-
him. She was a hoe. Oh, show.
He was telling him like what he got up to the weekend. It's just him playing in his room and all that. It's just tremendous. Like,
What?
funny, like,
Is hanging on like Kevin Hart?
He's playing. He jumps in for,
And he's trying to get something, and he's trying to get
Oh, no, now you found it.
So good.
Is that like,
Drop me in bombs, man. It's just I hadn't seen it so long, and even like the waxing scene and all that is
Oh, yeah, it's
Steve
brilliant.
Carell was tremendous.
he's good, isn't he? Do you see they're
So
doing a
funny.
new Office with Steve Carell, something Bennett?
I didn't watch any of that.
It's good.
The American one.
You should definitely check it out. Who was I speaking to? And we were talking about the Office. I think it was maybe Liam. And I said, because he was like, best show ever. And I said, I think the British one's better. And he went, no. So we had this back and forward of why I think the UK Office is better. I think Ricky Gervais is one of the funniest
Can you
guys
relate
ever.
me to the British one?
I think it's more awkward. Like you're watching it and you're like, oh, because I watched the David Brent movie recently. That's the guy who Ricky Gervais plays, and he done like a spin-off movie where it's like his life after The Office, and it's like so cringy. You're like, oh fucking hell. And I think the Office, the US Office, gets away from that, and it becomes more sitcom-y.
I worked in an office once for a week. It was the worst job in my life ever.
Aye.
I couldn't. I don't know how I couldn't stay
just
it.
dealing the.
I'd rather be D-Day.
Aye, I agree.
Honestly, see, rather than work in an office, if
Showing up every day doing the same shit.
go to wear a shirt and a tie and that, I was like, I might just kill myself.
Trash bin and all that.
We trash
Right.
bin.
And somebody just planting all year.
Yeah.
What was he doing in the Office?
I work very much. I worked for a security company in the office, and honestly, after like fucking the third day, I was like, what have I done?
Did you photocopy your dick, be honest?
No, mate, but what happened was I was talking, I remember having a conversation with another guy, and it was obviously just like a normal conversation like we'd have, and a lassie grassing me up to HR and I was like, I wasn't even talking to her, she can mind her own fucking business. And they were like, aye, Ross, that sort of attitude, like,
it does not fly in the workspace.
Aye. And then on the Friday, they were like, listen, would you be able to come in for a couple of hours over the weekend? And I went, nah, in fact, I'll not be back at all, catch you later.
Right.
That was it.
This isn't working out for me.
Aye.
I shouted at a guy in the airport this morning in America.
Did you? Where was he from?
Dangerous move, by the way. Getting fucking jumpy in an airport over there.
Sir.
American, through the security bit. He was a black American, right? But
why would that matter, Chris?
But just so you get the vibe.
All right, okay. You're just painting a picture.
Did you go full Mike Perry on him?
You paint a colourful picture.
No,
we'll move on to Mike Perry in a minute. By the way,
he was rooting a few times. So it was like trying to get the
in front of you
the small stroller through. Mm-hmm. It was like a wee pack up one you can take on the plane. That
baby jogger type thing.
Aye. But that gets left to the side, and then he just kept shouting about it. So I kept telling him to come down, and he wouldn't even look at me. He was just like, "Do you know this? Like, yeah, go get someone." Like just dismissing me. Like he done it twice, and then he shouted again for it. So I come back down for it, and he does the same, and I've just lose it.
So is this guy working in there?
Yep,
like a TSA.
Full on,
mate. You're lucky we got on the fucking plane.
I know. So I'm in my mind. I'm like, don't do it. And the third time, I'm like, who are you talking to, you fucking prick? Right, so I go up and get another guy to get the stroller. I'm like, he's a prick. Tell him, like, if you're his boss, he's a prick.
There's only so much you can deal with.
Americans know what prick is, though.
Aye.
Because I've seen Chill Sterling call cunts pricks. And he's still just storing there, and I'm just... And then Lauren's like, don't. Like,
you'll not get on the plane.
We're already in this side, like we're already through.
Once they walk us back.
It's the flight home for Chicago to Edinburgh, and I'm like, don't get lifted. But that annoyed me, man. It was just pure. Like he couldn't even look at me.
Sometimes I give you guys
he's leaning on something. I'm like, you fucking prick,
I give you guys like a bye because they've had a shitty day
and a shite job, mate.
It could be like they've been working there all night, and then they're
so that's what the son I was going to go into. Like there was another guy that was going up and down. They've got the badges and all that, you know. He looked fucking depressed that he's not right. Like about trays and like
put your tray back,
people back and all that, and like opening their bags for like fucking like fluids and stuff like that. And when I'm leaving, I see him like round the other side, just sitting on a chair like this. I'm just like, he's got to shoot this place up. In my mind is like,
and I don't even blame him for it.
Like these
just
one must be just
one fluid over fucking 70 mil too many. I said 90 mils a match.
So there was like, seeing the way there was like, must have been some foreign school on a school trip. Honestly, I'm right. So
and the bags were just full, getting pinged every time.
So I'm behind them on every one of their bags is getting pulled because I've got water bottles and all this. Like, see the ones you fill up with. But they're all so young that nobody's telling them. And you can see that guy on the other side just like, whose bag's this? And then I'm behind. Mine's just waiting to see in the middle if it goes straight on or if it gets pulled. Mine's just there. But everybody else is past. I'm like, maybe it's just waiting for a bit of traffic, and then it gets pulled behind all these school wings, man. And I was shouting all these cunts. And then I'm like, fucking idiots, man. Fucking look. Somebody should be schooling them, like telling them like, don't fucking.
What was in the bag?
What was in mine? I took my my iPad out, my two iPads out, but I put some on the top of them.
So
I was a fucking idiot. A funny story I was like to tell you though. Since I was just jumping about alleyways in LA, which is probably
risky.
The worst alleyways in the full world is Los Angeles.
Did you see any like proper opium counts?
The first one I done the rape alley for like fucking training day, where like the fucking see the woman
where he hits him in the
Ethan Hawke jumps through the motor and goes and saves a lassie. So I'm like, I'll do that one. That's a good scene, man. Fucking.
Where's your suspects? That's a good one.
But it's a sketch area, right? Put it that way. So I jump out, get the photos, right? Some woman just comes into the alleyway and it's getting a wee bit dark, but she's got her groceries with her and she just plants them down. And I just thought she was just fixing herself to like maybe she'd ready to drop some. So I was turned around, my bomb straight out the pipe, straight out the bag,
Just
man.
hitting it.
Just right there. So I'm sitting taking this picture with Denzel was kind of stunning, watching Ethan Hawke fight the two of them.
That's a great
He's not
scene
what
as
doing.
well.
He's just stunning, like lighting a fag up, seeing how he gets on. And she just starts tooting up, man. And I'm just like stunning, and she just looks up. I'm just like, as if I was recording her. And I was just like, jump in the water. Just like, what is it with these training day fucking locations that are nearly getting me fucking high and killed? Not
I think LA's just a grim place.
It is horrible.
You've been before. You've been a few times actually.
Four times
Are
now.
you seeing a difference?
It's just like people think LA, people think movies and that, and it's no, it's the worst place in California. I would say is LA. Obviously, the Hollywood Hills, fancy houses, Malibu, fancy whatever, but downtown LA, Hollywood, all that stuff is just full of mentally ill people, homeless people, and it's drug. Just every
Crystal
country
meth, innit? That's the
don't
guy.
even go to that. It's because it's at the side of the road. I seen somebody just date at a petrol station. Just it's mental, man. So I was a few sketchy bits, but there was see the Inside Out 2, the new cartoon. That was the premiere was on when I was there.
All right.
So you've seen some Ethan Hawke's daughter, who's one of them, and she's Uma Thurman's daughter.
Maya.
Remember we were speaking about her the other week.
Maya Hawke.
Well, she's the main star in that, so
Is she?
you could see a lot of them there. Just kind of they shut the road off. But it was some of the streets are fucking. You're walking about the Wayne.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like,
What's that guy doing?
the Wayne thinks it's just a zombie. You know what I mean?
I know. Yes. I hate when you see
Kids got
like,
no pants on.
I hate when
Guy
you
was
see
walking
like,
about with no soles. He had trainers on, but no soles. So
his feet are just out.
Aye, but the rest of the shoe.
He's just walking
Hey, big
suckers
shoe.
off.
Aye, like
Look at that big thing.
walking out on my shoes. Man, you ain't got no soles. I got soul.
It's aye, fucking a lot of places in the States are going down a wee bit. People are kind of preferring the Europe holiday and stuff because they're scared. Going to America can be.
We're off to, as I said, we're going to LA during the summer.
Yeah,
What should I go and see?
Though you will love the Disneyland, like you'll love that. So I told you there's two parks. Is it Adventureland or something? Right across the road.
I'm not sure what it is.
But the Disneyland itself, the way the kids will love that is just huge. It's huge, man.
Disney's so
It's
good.
massive.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
they just know how to
We
pull your wee
did you
panties
stay
in, get money.
did you have like the Nemo submarine thing? There,
No, we had
Paris, isn't
the.
it?
In Paris, there
It
was,
was the.
Pirates of the Caribbean. There's a water
What
one.
was the spinny one for Finding Nemo? The
So you-
Crush Coaster.
So you go in it, you actually go in a submarine, and it takes you around, and you're obviously under looking out the windows, and it's like just all the Finding Nemo. So you see all the characters, and it's
Can
like
you fire that up for
the
us,
story, and it goes
Greg?
on. But
That's excellent.
pretty cool. The kids will like it. Like the Wayne was loving it.
So long as they're happy, eh?
So I'll tell you one ride we went on. You can like basically you jump in the canoes and you basically
I've seen the wee one with the paddle.
You basically canoe round the water bit, right? But the guys that work on that ride or that fucking whatever you want to call it would just rip it all the way round. They're like, this is the worst. There's a reason that there's no queue here. This is the worst ride ever, and we were cute. They're like paddling that. This is it. No, this is like just shit joke after shit joke, but it was funny.
Aye.
And like, I would like to see this is all we do, but this is all we do. So basically, just keep paddling all the way down.
Just canoe around.
There ain't something about it because, like, see when we're pulling in, like, look at all their faces, everyone's got it. I was like, actually like found it funny. The guy was just like, they must need to say that every day. Just fucking hating life. They're all got the costume on and all. It's just.
You ever find though, see they type of jobs where they are horrible? See when everyone who works there all agrees it's horrible, is are kind of unified in your hatred for it, and you have a good day.
The Wayne didn't want to get off the canoe, and like they were all like shocked. Like she's the only one that's ever enjoyed it. Basically, it's a workout. Basically, they're just paddling about.
Does the paddle do anything, or is it actually on a track and it just pulls you?
No, you're in the water, mate.
I know, but sometimes they're actually all motorised and it just
so
pulls
it
you along.
gets everybody to go at the same time, so it's like steering and and then they'll jump in and help a wee bit as well. One at guy at the front, one at the back. But
Boys getting fucking $10 an hour.
what
Rowing.
do you? That's the one.
Oh, is that this Finding Nemo? That looks cool as hell, man.
Oh, mate, that looks excellent.
It's long as well.
Disneyland have just fucking got it all, haven't they? They just know.
What about
Grant was saying the Halloween horror thing's A Quiet Place this year. Which would be pretty cool.
I like the film.
Anaheim,
Florida.
Florida.
What do you think of the people that do like the parades and the marches and stuff like that, the dancers?
Oh, mate, they're all in.
Aye,
They're all in,
Do
eh?
you think they get weighed in a bit? Because
I think it'd just be like above an actual wage. I don't think they're getting like top end, but I think
they
they're doing
go
something
above and beyond.
They definitely
But
do.
I think they're doing something that they love, and then it's just.
Do you think it's a CV builder? Because what I noticed about Paris there was a lot of the staff were English, young English people.
I never really noticed.
I see it, like the queues for the meet and greets and stuff like that. Whereas I obviously,
Do you think the people under the costumes get more money, even though it could be fucking anybody doing anything?
you want to hear
Sweating your pan on.
So
So you're Mickey Mouse, you're on top door, or the people that are dancing around about Mickey Mouse, they know the choreography.
or do you think if working at Disneyland you're just expected to have a level of like, hey,
performer.
I'm happy to
But
be
then
here.
You think how many?
You know what I mean?
You think about how many kids get involved in dance, and so you've got dance schools, you've got acting schools, you've got performing arts, and all this kind of stuff. They all need to go somewhere.
You're not wrong.
So maybe Disneyland's one of these places where they know that we can give them, what was it, $24? What is the average hourly rate for an American? So if you're thinking
I think
20,
it's 15 is minimum wage in America.
so if it's 15, right, you're getting
$10 above.
aye, and you're getting to do something that you love.
And you're outside and that, it's probably alright. Probably not the fucking worst job.
But then it's like one of these things where like you are Pluto today, and you're like, fucking no Pluto.
So-
I was Pluto last Wednesday.
Sweating.
Ken the character Rabbit. So I took, so Eva,
From Pooh,
from
Winnie the Pooh.
Aye. So Eva's got a wee autograph book, wants to queue up. So Lewis is a good sport and he's like, aye, I'll queue up and get an autograph as well. Eh? So they both got Rabbit. And as I said to Lewis, I'm like, now Lewis, see, if you had the wee badge, you'd have just got to jump the whole queue there. And he's like, I think Rabbit needs a badge. Look at his fucking writing. Just big block
Guy in a-
capital
guy in
writing.
a suit.
Just boy doesn't give a fuck. Just wrote Rabbit and block capitals.
Through a carrot, man.
That would have
Well, if you
got
don't
it.
get any Disneyland, I mean, you could be a backup dancer for like Taylor Swift going around the world, know what I mean?
That could be
Surely that's the next level up. You need to be actually good.
Britney Spears. She used to have hundreds of dancers, remember?
Did Taylor Swift have dancers?
I'm assuming so.
Oh, here we go.
Is this what you wanted to mention?
This is, aye, well,
Is this happening?
aye, agreed with the day.
Really?
Is this
Just for the audience
is
at
this still on
Mike Tyson?
Netflix?
He's still fighting Mike Tyson, though, eh?
It's saying it's
rearranged.
rearranged.
further back, but I think this is like you said last week, so that Jake Paul doesn't have to fight Darren Till. Because surely
the
that,
audience, the guys are talking about Mike Perry's now fighting.
I'll be honest, I don't think any cunt gives a fuck about Darren Till.
But I think Mike Perry.
what I'm saying is-
I think Mike Perry's the dog in the fight. I think Dan Till would be an easier fight than the wild man that is Perry.
is this a gloved fight?
Aye.
A gloved fight.
Gloved.
But then Mike,
He's not doing
Mike,
it,
Mike Perry is fucking wild.
I don't think that'll happen.
You don't think so?
No.
I think
No,
it's
it's
just,
no long. This is close.
aye.
But so Perry was looking.
So who's
Just,
first
just
then?
over a month.
So Perry's first,
yes.
and then Mike.
Aye. I don't think Mike Tyson can't be boxing, mate. Him and Nacho Novo need to go to the retirement home, eh?
I would like to see Mike Tyson fold Natural Novo.
Did you see the Greg? Did you see him hit the bag and all?
Mate, the guy's had a stroke. What are we doing?
I think you're talking about Natural Novo.
I'm talking about Nacho Novo.
Did you see
Natural Novo's had a stroke.
He's had,
Yeah,
he's had more than one, I think.
Heart attack.
And a
I
heart
thought you were
attack.
talking about fucking Mike Tyson.
No.
He was hitting the bag the other day, man. Somebody
Can you
said
get this
that
image up?
It was a fucking woeful.
What if Natural
thought-
Novo says to you, listen, Chris, can you hook a brother up with some skill?
No.
You're like,
Punching a man in a street brawl.
No, that wasn't even a punch, Greg, wasn't it? No, it was a wee fucking one of these ones. He hit something behind or something, if it's the street fight thing. No, I've seen him hitting the bag, mate, and it's
Aye, he's had heart attacks and strokes and all
worse than
sorts.
terrible.
just to
That's
take
all.
loads of gear, you think?
Aye,
Is that what it's for? Aye, for snorting.
definitely.
Is that a side effect of that?
Loves the yayo. I think it races the heart rate up.
I've heard that can happen.
That's not even that.
This is a fucking natural novel punching some cunt in the
It's
street.
actually fighting in the street.
Aye.
I've been getting
Leave it with me. Leave it with me.
famous TikTokers who are doing public events messaging saying, need security. Can you come and do it? Can your company provide this? For like, I'm talking, they're going along.
You don't need to say that, mate. If you want to work for them, just to say, you don't need to say they got
I couldn't do one on Saturday. It was the boy who...
I know you like all the gimps, man.
It was the one who rapped at the Kaz Milligan fight in the ring. Don't know his name, but they're like going to these trainer releases. And these TikTokers are
old, mate.
Aye, these TikTokers are going along,
I've not heard them, man.
and then they're like, these cunts are just going to come in and fucking steal all the shoes. So they need like 8 doormen to come to fucking shoe shops, mate. I didn't understand what's going on. It's fucked. It's fucked.
I was at a shop that you would have loved, and I can't remember the name of it, but it had every fucking Nike pair.
Is it the Culture Kings?
No.
It's big in America, that.
No, it's fucking... I can't remember. It's on Hollywood Boulevard, though. It looks onto the... You can see the Hollywood sign in the background, but it's like a... It's like a...
Much think it costs you to get a shop there looking at the Hollywood sign.
There's all the designer shops, but it's just... I can't remember
A
the name.
sneaker place,
I can't remember the
resale.
name of it. But it was just all Nikes, but it was like a million pair of different colours of them hunters. I'm like... I said they're like Paul. I love that shop. Can't remember the name of it.
When they get Paul out of here. Oh, that's...
Oh, here we go.
Right, here we go.
He's keeping the right up, alright.
Aye. I might see that right hand again. Oh,
here we
body.
go.
See that punch? It's like a boop. It's
Maybe
like
taking a wee step
it's
back.
a classic Lawrence Murphy joke right there. It's like a wee lassie champing the door.
Throwing a snowball. I used to get that.
Throwing a snowball.
I'm going to see he's got better stand up than me. Aye. There's a good chance he's having another stroke, mate.
What about
At best.
PFL Glasgow, the one hydro? Enough of that shit, you know what I mean? You go, Stevie Ray back, what I said, he was never retired. I said on this podcast.
He's fighting Lou Long.
Louis Long, long by name, long by nature.
Best nickname in the MMA, would you agree?
The foot long.
Foot long.
Easily. Easily.
I like it.
It's a good nickname, isn't it?
It is brilliant.
I like a guy, he's from London. His nickname, I think he's Nathan Jones, but his nickname's Bag and Tag. I've always liked it.
That's a good
Nathan
one.
Bag and Tag Jones. I'm like, it's out of Conner. Bag and Tag this Nazi muffin. The guy elbows him. Then you've got the co-main, which is
Whiteford.
Whiteford,
against
Who's he fighting?
Roger Huerta.
I don't know who that is.
He's an old legend. He's like 42 now, but
Has he not been away doing bare
I
knuckle?
think Whiteford's a bit older as well, isn't he?
Is
a good nick.
Here's something. Ross Houston, PFL.
He's looking to come back, I know that.
And I know he is looking to come back because he'd said about coming down to train at a higher level.
Aye.
So I'm assuming
Was there
that.
talk about him and Ray fighting?
I think he actually offered Ray the fight, didn't he?
I was going to say it must be it.
I was going to say, did they get offered to fight each other?
I don't know.
That'd be a tasty wee one, wouldn't it? Two of them are quite...
But then what you'd rather have is have Scottish guys, no fighting Scottish guys.
Aye, of course.
But it's just better for the brand. The guys were telling me that PFL in Newcastle wasn't that busy. At the weekend, they had a few of the guys who had
Did it look dead?
Aye, that's what they were saying. There wasn't. So,
It's a hard market over here.
100%.
and especially if you're no UFC or if you're no Cage Warriors.
Doomby does well at PFL in Paris, but he's like...
You hit the nail on the head. It's a new company. It's a new company. It's hard. Like every single MMA organisation is 3 letters.
Why would you go for selling out big venues like the Hydro? Because what they were saying in that place, they were in Newcastle.
Vertu.
Is that the same one?
That was Utility.
Oh, was it? I thought it was the same when
no,
you fought in.
the big arena, man.
No, it's
the one I
like-
fought Brazier in.
So it's the ones, but they put a curtain down, halved it with a curtain, and then curtained off a lot of the top of it. And I'm like,
They'll do
what's
that
the
with
point?
the Hydro.
I'm like, what's the
Hydro.
point? What's the point of spending this money to be in these big venues just to say we're in the Hydro rather than being like, listen, we're going to go to maybe Brayhead
And build a fan base.
and we're going to put on a good show, because you know what it's like when you fight in these places and there's not a lot of atmosphere.
The first time you went to the Newcastle one wasn't in Vertu.
And it was brilliant.
Aye.
And
then
it
it's
sold
jumped
out.
to Utility.
But then if you're
It's a big jump.
I see if you're putting on shows like that, you need to have local fighters. That's how these shows needs to work. You need to have a few guys who have cut their teeth, have a bit of a name, and have a bit of
Well, I think
and behind them.
Well, that's what they're trying to do with Glasgow.
With Ray and Whiteford.
They tried to get me as well for it, so that's what they were trying to. Let's try and sell some tickets.
And Lorenzo signed for PFL then.
And Kinley as well.
Aye. Oh, that's good.
Both of the guys are signed to.
So they'll fight in.
I know a few others, but I don't want to get out for it's your business, not mine, money.
Guys, mixed martial arts, combat sports, jiu-jitsu, there's an element of injuries that are involved in this. So why not intervene before it becomes an issue? This can be something as simple as swelling, knee dislocation, pain in the knee. There's a whole host of things that can be linked with this. As some serious stuff like MCL tears, massive knee reconstructions. So why not use something that's going to just support you a little bit more? And where I would be looking is Anaconda. Anaconda's got a whole host of products out there to help prevent injuries. They're also there to help support you getting back to the mat as quickly as you possibly can. The one for me that stands out is the knee brace, and the reason I like the knee brace is there are a whole host of features that's going to help you get back on the mat and feel more confident if it's the knee issue you've got. It's got a rubberized band around the top that's going to stop it from slipping, which is quite a common issue with guys training. The knee brace slides down and offers no protection. It's also got straps at the side that offer support to the knee to stop that lateral movement. So as I'm saying, is if you've got a dislocated knee, or you've maybe got like some issues with your MCL, ACL, all this kind of stuff. Not only that, there's also an added gel pad in the inner that just protects that knee. If you're maybe putting some damage on the ground or landing heavy on that knee, this will definitely help you. So rather than suffering or not being able to train to your full potential, why not hit up Anaconda and look at their knee brace? It's just something that's going to help you get to the mat or stay in the mat a lot longer. Some of us are getting older, some of us are getting injuries for years ago. Why not look at Anaconda and use the support products that they've got to help you prolong your combat sport experience? I think shows in the UK you need to have two. You need to have something like Cage Warriors, and you need something to bounce off Cage Warriors to keep Cage Warriors
on top of their game as well, aye.
True to their fighters.
It's hard though, because Cage Warriors is very well established.
I know,
very well.
And it's that stepping stone from Cage Warriors to the UFC, whereas PFL used to be, that would be the pinnacle where you would go to.
I was going to say,
I'm going to go to PFL.
PFL's the opposite way. You kind of finish up at the UFC and you go to the PFL. Yeah. That seems to be how.
Did you find out who the guy was that was doing the commentating?
I didn't. No.
Who's the guy that does commentating, won the £1 million tournament?
He's won it twice, I think.
Has he? At light heavyweight?
Aye.
He used to do all the funny weigh-ins. Sean, that's it.
Puffy Combe. The diddler.
He's from Boston, that guy.
I was at a Cage Wars event at the weekend.
Aye.
We've seen that.
Company man in San Diego. I drove to San Diego for it.
How long
which is basically like fucking on the Mexican border, San Diego. I don't know if you've noticed, right down the bottom of California. But it was in a casino, and I had a few Grey Gooses in me, and I was fucked.
Were you? Who'd you go with, just yourself?
Drew. Yeah, like fucking John Goodman in Raising Arizona. Yeah.
John Travolta in fucking Pulp Fiction. That hair, mate.
I only made a couple of the fights, man.
Good, that's what I was going to ask.
You just fuck off.
All the last ones. It was cool, man. It was nice, man.
Is it a better venue? Is it a better setup than in the UK?
It was in a casino. It was like you've seen some of them in Vegas, the way they set it up sometimes.
Like that one in the Virgin, wasn't it?
Aye, that's what it was like. But it was cool. Some cool fights. Seen some of the people that I know through like Cage Wars. So it was cool. What
was the crowd like?
Bit wild. They were a bit wild, because
you suck.
That Wilson Reese, who's trained at higher level, that guy, he was in the UFC and that. He's fair, so very
home crowd
for him and all that. And the guy who was fighting was in the UFC and all, and he had a karate style. But he was making noises. It annoyed me. Once
like Bruce Lee.
And I was like, a few vodkas deep. This guy's just making noise. This guy's just making noises, man. But he was accurate. He was good still. But this is in my mind now. Like every shot he's thrown, and then he was taunting him. He was running away. He had his hands down. the end of the second round, Wilson Reese, big hook man, dragged the guy, and everyone's gone mental. And I was up, I fucking kill him.
Did you call him out when you were there?
Nah, man, I was.
They did try to get you though.
Yeah,
shit.
I don't
Who would you like to call out?
I don't know if you'd be different.
Call out some of the Americans. I'll take this guy.
So they're just announcing the day. I think it's the bantamweights prize fighter. There's 6 of them. So I'm thinking it's 4, then 2 alternatives.
That's
what
exactly what it is, because they're doing the same way. The middleweight one, welterweight one. So there's 6 people in it, and they're drawing 4 people's name out of a hat. So there's going to be 2 guys in the who aren't going to be part of the tournament, and if they need somebody to step in, then he's going to step in.
There's a cut or an injury. Boom. So
high chance.
So the bantamweights in London, then obviously
welters
in Scotland.
Surely,
if I win in Scotland though, I'm in the 6.
Good,
I'm in the 6. I'm going.
What is it? 50 Gs?
50 Gs. But I'm thinking like, who are they? Like, what other lightweights have got to be in it? Know what I mean? Let's be honest. So I'm like, nah, you need a win. You need a win first.
Good. Where are they doing the lightweight one?
I don't know. I think it's maybe.
Is that going to be a while off?
So
maybe Manchester
for the welterweight one, it's you come to Scotland and you've got Sean in it. Maybe. Is it one of these ones where it's like, we didn't pull Sean's name out. Sean Clancy. Just pull it out anyway. You're reading somebody's name. Sean Clancy.
Yeah, he's got to be in it.
He has to be, especially.
Well, that
in
never
Scotland.
used to happen for the fucking Scottish Cup final draws and stuff, eh? Well, it was always kind of, the warm ball. Stay away from the warm ball. I mean, that used to be the thing.
They're heating up boys.
So they say.
Heating up boys.
But no, hopefully Sean's in it.
Talking about heating up boys, are we moving over to Patreon?